All right, let's get to what's trending. 2 stories, 3 minutes each, both in the world of football. George, I mean, we need these guys' agents, clearly. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, both of them, set record paydays for wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. Mm-hmm. So Jamar Chase, 4 years, $161 million. Good Lord. T. Higgins, 4 years, $115 million. So Jamar Chase is paid. Yep. T. Higgins is paid. Joe Burrow is paid.
Yep.
I have a question. Who's playing defense? Anybody playing defense at all? No? No one? Great.
And the AAV for both of them, Jamar's making just over $40 million a year.
Oh.
T. Higgins is making just under $29 million a year.
Oh.
But what the Bengals did right is they got modern in a way, because you look at the details. Yeah. $112 million guaranteed for Jamar Chase. That's a guaranteed money that spreads out the length of that cap hit. So what the Bengals used to do is they would only do a signing bonus, where they used to do these contracts would be $160 million, let's say total value.
Sure.
They'd go $50 million signing bonus, rest incentive, and that's when you get hit with the cap hits. They finally got modern with how they're structuring contracts. They don't like dead money. They've always operated with the lowest dead money in the NFL. No one raises banners for lowest dead money in blank season. They only raise banners for conference championships and for Super Bowl championships as well. And that's what they did with this, so they can still make the defense work. I think that's what's important. I also just love the wording of this, like Jamar making him the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. Yes, if you go by annual salary, but guaranteed money's a real money. That's what these guys will want. Jamar Chase is right behind Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa for the third highest and fully guaranteed money for a non-quarterback. He's making $112 million guaranteed. Bosa and Garrett both $122 million plus guaranteed.
Man.
But also, the one part to look at this too, we see the news of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins come out together, same agent. And that's why this was an interesting process, where they're led by, I think, Alliance Sports Management.
Okay.
They were figuring out the T money to figure out the Jamar Chase money.
Right.
And in a way, it worked out for the Bengals, because if it was separate agents, T's agent would have wanted him to reset the market, and they'd have to deal with Jamar somehow. Right. No, they did it together, where every dollar that was allocated for T, all right, how you can do this for Jamar? And man, dude, LSU, what they should just say is, if you come here, Joe Burrow, $275 million, Justin Jefferson, $140 million, Jamar Chase, $160 million, Derek Stingley, who just got paid too, extension $90 million.
That's crazy.
Come here, we're going to get you paid.
We get you
paid.
You
get paid here, NIL, and then we get paid again.
Yeah, and that's a big bag at LSU for NIL too. You said the Bengals got modern with this, and
they caught up. Like, they were behind times, and I think that's what's important of what they did.
I think even as a franchise, they're changing the reputation that they don't pay anyone to.
They had to. They had to stop being cheap. They keep it within the family. They're not that not that liquid with cash.
Sure.
But they had to find a way to do this, and that's how it works.
Bengals are still going to bangle, though, because in the end, they're not stopping anyone. I know I'm making jokes here about defense, but that's kind of important to do to win playoff games and Super Bowls. Just saying.
Yeah.
Not saying Burrow and these receivers aren't great, but you do need to actually stop someone defensively. All right, you tease this. Derek Stingley got paid, too. He resets the cornerback market. Look at his money. 3 years, $90 million. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Including $89 million guaranteed. So at $30 million base value per year, Stingley is now the highest defensive paid player or defensive back in NFL history. So we continue to just reset markets. And you know what? Good for him. Good for the Texans. But I can't help but to think about Christian Gonzalez, too, because
he's going up.
Bro, when it is his time to get paid, he will reset the market just like this. And look at this, a tweet from our own George Malecki.
Yeah, for anyone listening, I just basically put on X, like, there's no better motivation for Christian Gonzalez than to play his butt off once again. And then after year 3, the Patriots will pick up his 5th-year option.
Yeah.
But before year 4, or in the middle of year 4, they will agree on extension because you get ahead of the market. And what this bar set, 3-year extension, $90 million for Derek Stingley. After we just saw another cornerback in J.C. Horn get paid, they're basically going to go, here's a 3-year extension after the 5th-year option, $110 million, $96 million fully guaranteed. And then he'll be the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. So Christian Gonzalez sees that. And he's smiling, man, because he knows as long as he stays healthy, and the injury he had his rookie year wasn't a knee, wasn't anything, just a broken bone. It happens, right? It was shoulder, actually, I believe. He just knows if I show up, keep doing what I do, continue to improve and get better, I'm going to be $100 million man one day.
All right, let me ask you this.
Gotta feel nice.
I just wrote this down while we were talking. Most important positions in football. Tell me if you agree. Obviously, quarterback.
Yep.
Left tackle?
Yes.
Okay. This is where I started slowing down. I went wide receiver, but is it defensive end or is it corner? Are you okay with wide receiver at 3? For just most important in football.
I put defensive end 3.
Oh.
Because if you are not getting to the quarterback, I'm thinking defensively, if you're not getting to the quarterback, your corners can be studs.
And it doesn't matter.
But they're not going to have enough time to cover them.
Okay.
And I put that ahead of wide receiver because if your quarterback is good enough, and he gets protected by his offensive line, and they keep the defensive ends off of him, buy him enough time, the receivers will eventually
get open.
You need that game-breaking wide receiver, though. I'm not.
So you have receiver over corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Quarterback 1, left tackle 2, defensive end 3.
Trenches. Then I go wide receiver, then
corner. Okay.
But if you move any of those, I wouldn't argue anyway. But you need the QB. And you need the protection up front.
You have to have that.
It's going to be tackle eventually. Like lefty quarterbacks are going to be more dominant. But yes, it's the bookend guys.
Okay.
Look at what the Chargers have: Herbert, Slater, Joe Alt. But that was an insane payday, bro.
If you play any of those positions though, like you're gonna get paid.
Yes.
Because they're all honestly like nothing against tight ends, but this is what the game is. Nothing against safeties, but this is what the game has become. You have to have these in order. Quarterback, left tackle, defensive end, receiver, corner. Top 5 positions in football.
Pillar positions.
Pillar positions.
They matter, and you get paid if you play them.